Good morning, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We are in the middle of a cattle drive. We just started. I took them out of Judy Farm, coming down our driveway way down yonder. They're coming up the hill toward me. There's 282 head. And they're coming pretty fast, so I'm going to run back and get on my four-wheeler so I'm not the hiccup. I don't want to be the blockade. And this is real life, folks. You got for you all that have vertigo, I'm sorry. Things are moving this morning. I'm doing my best. Keep you all too dizzy. Golly, I'll tell you what, folks, this is one beautiful Missouri morning. Here it is, April 10th. Grass is starting to take off a little bit. We're not to the spring flush yet, but we're going to be turning them off grass this morning. It's about 8 inches. So we're going to be moving them twice a day, so it doesn't look like that. That's a lawnmower, by the way. People like to mow their yards. Man, dude, they're mowing about 60 acres. That's a lot of ground to mow with a lawnmower. But I guess they enjoy it. They wouldn't be doing it. You could run some cattle and sheep on there, and they'd pay you to do that. But everybody's different. Some people don't like animals. They don't want them on their plate. Yeah, so we got some young ones coming out. You can see the ones way down yonder that are trotting down the hill, and these are going to get in front of me if I don't take off right now. Excuse the wind this morning, folks. It's just windy out here. I'm not going to do a lot of talking until we get down here. But that's something that I want to point out to people. You've got neighbors that have open hayfields and stuff that aren't doing anything with it. You know, you might wonder about going up and talking with them. The people I just referenced here that are mowing all that, they don't want livestock. That's fine. You know, what makes America great is everybody's different. Everybody has the right to do what they want to do. The government can't tell you exactly what you can raise yet on your farm. It doesn't ever come to that. They'll complain about America this, America that, and I'm like, go overseas and then come back. You'll get there and you'll kiss the ground. She literally will. So, I think you got it bad. There's a lot of other people who got it a lot worse than we. We don't have it bad at all. That road is just filled full of cattle. And you notice when they hit that hill right there, they slow down. They're not trotting anymore, they're walking. This cattle drive is literally going to take us about, I bet it doesn't take us much more than 10 minutes. And if we had to haul 282 cows and calves and yearlings and babies, it would be a real deal. I mean, you couldn't do it in one day with the trailer we have. I mean, we've only got a 20-footer stock trailer. You might get 12, yeah, you can probably get 12, 13 cows at a time, but still, it's a far cry from 282. And think of the stress. Think of the stress on your animals. This is so awesome. You know, I built out here back in 1978. I remember an old man telling me, he said, Greg, where you built here, you're never going to have any neighbors out here. And I'm like, well, Kenneth, that was kind of the plan. You know, we've got neighbors now. There's probably, I count them, there's 1, 2, 3, log cabin. I was the only one on this whole road. So, you know, you can't escape population. I mean, there's going to be people that move into where you're living. It's just the way it is. There's a couple of those cows that haven't stopped trotting the whole way. It's just, I tell you, it's amazing, folks, how quickly cattle can, they get out and get through a fence or something and get off your property. It's crazy how far they can go in a short period of time. And that's because they got 4 lanes. I mean, they can book. So that's another reason to have good perimeter fence. Don't let them get out. You got subpar fence, you're gonna get in trouble. I just talked to somebody the other day. They bought a bunch of livestock. Well, we kind of got in a hurry, Greg. We didn't get our fence up. And guess what? They blew through it, and now they're spending their days looking for their livestock. Folks, that's a bad feeling when you don't know where your livestock are. It really is, because you don't know where they're at. They could be standing in the middle of a highway. They literally could. And you've let your livestock down, and you've let yourself down, because now you took a beautiful occupation, and because you didn't get your fence in, got all in a hurry, got all excited. Oh, yeah, we got the land, let's bring the livestock. No, you put your good secure perimeter fence in, and then you bring the livestock. And folks, polywire, a single strand of polywire around your farm, that's not a perimeter fence. You need 5 strands of high tensile, or woven wire, or 5 strands of bark. Now that's a perimeter fence. This polywire thing is great. It's great for moving animals. It's great for rotating on your farm inside a secure perimeter fence. Not as a secure border fence that's going to keep your animals on the farm. There's too much that can happen. I mean, that's just a poly. All it takes is a deer to run through that. And there goes your cows, or your sheep, or whatever. This is another one of our farms. Today we're going to be moving them back to the docks. And boy, it looks beautiful. We've got 6 new babies on the ground, and so the boys are bringing the mule. They've got the cage on the back. We had a brand new calf this morning. We went to check him. So if he gets a little tired, they'll grab him and put him in that cage. And then we'll reintroduce him to his mama at the end of the cattle drive. I did want to cover something. I take for granted sometimes how tamer cattle are, and I forget that other people's cattle are not quite that tame. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin's a loyal friend and subscriber. Marvin reminded me, he said, Greg, you know, some people don't have cattle like yours, and you go up there to reintroduce that calf to that mama, you're liable to get taken out. Your cow will liable to attack you. He's right. So thank you, Marvin, for that. Folks, if you've got an animal that'll attack you because you're trying to do something with that calf, you need to sell that cow. I don't care what kind of cow she is. She could be made out of gold. You need to sell that cow. She's going to hurt somebody. Probably going to be your kids or a stranger. It could be you or your wife. It doesn't matter. You just can't take the risk. They're bigger than we are, and if we're stupid and they're growling at you and snorting and pawing and chasing you around in a circle when you're trying to get a hold of the calf just to put a tag in its ear, I'm sorry. That cow has no place on your farm. And if you keep those, all you're doing is you're building an operation that someday is going to get somebody hurt. And I don't know if you all went to the hospital lately, but hospital bills are not cheap. You better have good insurance. Because if it's a stranger and they hurt a stranger, you're really in trouble. Cat. You don't need animals like that. I mean, we got 71 bulls in a herd. We had a guy come out yesterday and farm tour a group, and we walked through them. He's like, I can't believe these are bulls. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He said, well, they're not aggressive. They don't even care that we're in the paddock. I I'm like, yeah, isn't that cool? Woo! Yeah! Kind of fell back on my job. I need to be keeping these cows moving. Woo! Yeah! Yeah, they're coming. Gotta keep movement going. It's pretty good grass right here. They just want to settle down and eat. This is actually our lane. Woo! Well, they're coming now. Look at that. Matter of fact, I'm going to shift gears if I'm going to stay in front of them. See, when they go downhill, they look. Isn't this beautiful? We're not going to graze this farm. We're going through this farm. It's not ready to graze. Up with it, did I? I'm praying that that gate is open. It's not, they're gonna go through it. It is. Good deal. Tell you what, folks, you can't beat good help. I've got some really good help. Man, they're hauling now. They hit a hill, they hit second gear and third gear and fourth gear. They're in road gear right now. And see, they're not working it, they're just open. It's not work for a cow. And they're not stressed. They're happy. Those cows are happy. You know, they know what's on the other side of that wire they're going to. There's gonna be some good grass that Greg is giving them this morning. And they're going to be happy campers. I'm always concerned going into the east, in the sun in their eyes, that they're not going to see my poly wire. So far, I don't see a single animal that's ran through it, which is good. But sometimes they get going so fast and they don't see it at the last minute, and they can go through it. Oh, there's a bunch of pregnant cows in here. They're so close. You better get going, cat. One's gonna run over you. I'm trying to block the wind. It's really picked up, so I'm using my jacket to shield the microphone on this camera. So when we leave this farm, the paddock that they're going through right now will be the last paddock. So this is going to have another, gosh, 30 days rest before we graze it. So yeah, it's not ready to graze now. It's not quite there. But I'm going to go ahead and end up here, folks. We still got several coming down the hill. I'm going to go up and see where the progress, how far we've got to go yet. And everyone have a great day. And we're going to be seeing a bunch of y'all at the grazing school here coming up in May. The first one's sold out. The second one, I think, still has a few spots left in it, the advanced. If you're interested in learning more about how to run a profitable grazing operation, check out our website, greenpasturesfarm.net, and go to our grazing school page. You can see where to sign up there. Everyone have a good one, and we'll see you next time.